Hey everyone, welcome to my tea time.
No, okay, I got it.
Let me give him a little.
A what?
A little.
Okay, I can't wink. Anyways, ready?
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I have my boyfriend Chris here with me, and we're gonna be doing a little segment on my channel called Tea Time. So we're gonna be drinking some tea and just answering some questions that you guys sent in on my Instagram. And you guys have probably seen Chris in my other videos, but I feel like I never really introduced him, and you guys don't know much about him besides the fact that he's my boyfriend and that he turned 21 and that we got a dog together just because that's what you saw in the videos. So I thought this would be a good time to kind of introduce him, and yeah, so we're gonna be answering questions.
The tea's cold.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna be answering some questions that you guys got sent in, so let's get started. So the first question we have is, how did you guys meet?
In elementary school. 2000.
So we met in elementary school in 2009. I had just moved into this new building and like the new school and stuff, and he happened to be in my 3rd grade class.
I keep almost dropping the cities.
So we met when we were younger, and to this day we still live in the same building together.
We do.
Just like 2 floors apart.
2 floors apart, which makes caring for the dog relatively
easy. So when we do go back home, we just alternate the dog back and forth between our floors. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool because we've been living together in the same building all our life. So yeah. And how long have you guys been dating? We've been dating for a year and
some change. A year and some change. Okay.
A year and 8 months now.
8 months, wow.
Yeah. How did you guys decide to move in together, and was it difficult / life-changing?
Kind of like with the dog, Kelsey just jumps right into things and I was on board.
You're the one who brought up living together.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Okay, we decided...
Well, usually she's the impulsive one and I kind of just go with it.
We decided to live together because I was transferring colleges and he happened to go to the college I was interested in transferring to. And once I transferred here, I didn't really know anybody that I could live with.
We don't go to Penn State.
Yeah, we don't go to Penn State. But once I did transfer, I didn't know anybody else to live with, and I didn't want to take the risk of like living with randoms. So I decided to just sign my lease with him and some other roommates that he had already been living in.
They pretty much were random to you at that point. Well, except for...
I've known them since middle school.
Well, yeah, I guess. But you don't really talk to them outside.
I know, but I mean, like, yeah, but I've known them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I felt comfier living with them. So I live with my boyfriend and 4 other guys, which is interesting. But I mean, it works. They're really chill. It's always so funny to like see people's reaction when I tell them like 4 other guys, and everybody's like,
you can like their face literally says,
yeah, everybody's just like, what? What's that like? That. Hardest part about living together?
I feel like that's a difficult question because there are a lot of challenges when living with another person. You know what I mean?
I have.
What?
Well, it's not a specific thing, but I think the hardest part about living together is just like, obviously you start to butt heads with each other once you like you spend like 24/7 with them. Like you see them every single day, every second of the day, and obviously, you know, like you get annoyed with each other from time to time. But I mean, I would say that's the hardest. Like I don't really think it's hard.
Like she gets mad how long I poop for. So that's like one of the things. You know what I mean? So if like she has to use the bathroom, she'll get a little upset if she has to use the one across the hall rather than her own because I'm in there. You know what I mean? It's just little things like that.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like people don't expect how many, like, people don't expect how much you would actually come to butt heads with the person you're living with because you're sharing some of your own space. Like, this is supposed to be your space. You know, you pretty much grew up with your own space, and then opening that up to someone else is
I don't think it's like
a big step.
There's like difficult like example, you know, like it's just it's just a change. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much that's like difficult I can pinpoint. It's just kind of a change that you have to adjust to. What is daily life like now that you live together? Daily life now that we live together, it typically goes like this. I'll wake up in the morning at a regular human time, and Chris sleeps in, and then I go downstairs sometimes. Well, most of the time I'll make breakfast.
I wake up first, actually. I wake up at 6 a.m. to walk the day.
Okay, but then you go back to sleep.
Okay, but then I go back to sleep.
Okay, but anyway, so then I wake up for the day. Like I start the day. I go downstairs and I'll make us breakfast, and then I come back upstairs and he's either still sleeping or sometimes you're already awake, like on your phone.
Still sleeping.
Okay, most of the time you're still sleeping. Then I wake him up to tell him that the food's ready.
Honest.
Then I'll wake him up to tell him food's ready so he can eat it like warm. And then yeah, and then our daily life kind of just goes, yeah, he spends time doing homework basically all day. I'll do some homework and I'll make some orders and I'll go run errands and maybe lays around. I don't know, we don't really have a set routine, but usually our nighttime routine is we'll like reunite to watch a movie together before bed.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I mean, even though we are living together, we're students first, so we can't really put that behind. It's not like we're going on dates 24/7.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you cook? I don't cook, I don't clean. No, I'm just kidding. I do cook. No, I'm not cooking like lobster and steak every day. Actually, when I first moved in here, I didn't know how to cook at all. And you kind of taught me like how to make like rice and like chicken and stuff correctly, because I didn't know how to do anything at all besides like scrambled eggs. And
so yeah, I cooked first.
Yeah, you cooked first.
I cooked
and then
first.
he became super busy, so now I kind of make us like our breakfast and like dinner sometimes. But yeah, I'm not making anything fancy. I mean, who said I love you first?
Me, I think. Right? Yeah.
He said it first, like the first week we were talking. Actually.
I can't remember, but I did.
Yeah, it was like 1 week. It was 1 week into like talking, and he ended up saying it.
I knew it.
I didn't think it was too weird though, just because, like I said, we've known each other basically our whole lives, but we didn't get to this point where we were like talking and liked each other until we were older. I mean, we did like each other in 4th grade. We did. We dated for like a day. But I mean, after that, we kind of went our separate ways and kind of faded a little throughout middle school and high school. And yeah, what are your favorite dates?
The ones where we get to eat. Yeah.
My favorite dates are when we spend time like outdoors, like at a nice lake or park. Or...
I changed my mind. Actually, yeah, it's probably that.
I just like being outdoors.
I do like food, but like, not to cut you off, but I do like food, but I feel like we definitely are on the same page with wanting to be out of the house.
I like being outdoors.
Especially her. I know she gets cooped up in this room because, you know, with quarantine and everything. I mean, we haven't been doing it as much now because like I feel like everyone's starting to go back out again, but you know, still masks and stuff, but relatively quarantine, mostly because of the work we have. You know, we're closing out the semester. And
Chris is more of a homebody, and I'm the type of person who likes to be out as much as I can, just because I feel like I get depressed like being indoors like every day. But I mean, it's not like I really have to like force you out most of the time. Like most of the time we're both down to like spend time outdoors because he really likes nature and I really like being outdoors. Favorite thing about each other, or favorite things about each other.
Okay.
I really like how nice you are. Like, I think he's a really, really nice guy to like everybody, and that was one of the things that first attracted me to him, like started getting my attention towards him. Like I remember before we started talking, because we've always been in the same friend group, so throughout the summer we all went cliff jumping, and I remember one time I like jumped off the cliff, and I guess like the pressure of the water, I don't know, made my nose bleed, and he like offered me his like white towel. He was like, here, use this. And then another time, I can't remember, there was something with my shoes and I like was walking barefoot back into the building.
It was my mother's, it wasn't mine.
I was walking barefoot into the building and he like took his shoes off and like offered, yeah, you offered your shoes to me, so I wore your Vans inside and you walked in barefoot. But I mean, he's always like doing things like that.
I must have hurt my feet.
I think he's...
I hope you appreciate that.
But yeah, I just think he's a really, really nice guy, and like he's always offering to help in any way, and like will take up so much without like purposely trying to do it, you know, for like praise or anything.
Probably how outgoing she is. I feel like, and I think I saw this, I'm not going to get too much into this question because I think I saw this question later upcoming in the list, but I feel like I'm not the most outgoing individual as much as I try to be, but you know, I feel like that's why I'm naturally attracted to how outgoing she can be.
Because we balance each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris, in retrospect, what is something you didn't see coming when you first started dating Kelsey?
Gee, that's a hard one.
We've talked about this before, though.
We have?
Like, yeah.
Probably. Can you repeat the question?
Chris, in retrospect, what is something? Yeah. What is something you didn't expect about Kelsey? Something like that.
Wait, before like moving in with you or just dating you?
Dating.
Probably that she couldn't cook. I did not expect that she couldn't cook. I was like, cause like I'm a pretty like amateur. I'm pretty amateur when it comes to like cooking, cause I kind of just throw chicken on and once it's ready to eat, I just eat it. Okay, so the camera kind of cut off. So back to what was I saying?
You're an amateur and you just throw chicken.
Oh yeah, so
like
when it comes to cooking, you know, I keep it very basic. I kind of just I eat it when the food's ready, when it's cooked. I don't really add anything to it. So when I started dating, I was like, okay, you know, because I live at college, so you know, I'm always down to learn more about like, you know, living on your own and stuff, and cooking is one of those things. So I was like, maybe she can teach me how to cook a little bit better. But then it ended up being me teaching her.
Yeah. Do you think you guys will get married in the future?
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a doubt.
I definitely think we will, and I mean, I wouldn't be here if I didn't see like a future with us, because I mean, everybody's preferences are their own, but me personally, I don't like to like date around or like date like lots of guys just for fun. And I mean, like I said, like everybody can do their own thing, and I respect everybody's choices and stuff, but for me personally, I'm not like that. So I feel like when I do date a guy, I take it really seriously, and I definitely like work towards a future with them. But yeah, I definitely think we're gonna get married.
Yeah, so I haven't really dated before, Kelsey, because one of the things, like, I feel like dating in like high school is kind of like, it's dating in high school, you know. I don't think there's any seriousness behind it, but when it comes to college, you know what I mean, like, you're already one step closer to real life.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like marriage is probably one of the and I think it, like, most people would say I'm a little bit early saying this, but I mean, like, I think you should start thinking about marriage in college, you know what I mean? Because after college, what are you doing? You're working, you know what I mean?
It's kind of hard to like
your
find
circle
somebody.
of people that you're exposed to is very small, and then people end up resorting to dating apps.
Yeah.
You know, because like, you're not gonna date someone from work, so.
I mean, a lot of people do.
I don't. Like, so, you know, like, when this came about, I was like, okay, you know, like, we'll give it a shot, see how serious it is. You know, it ended up being pretty serious to the point where now she's living with me and I own a dog, you know, like, that's, and like, when you consider marriage with someone, you consider sharing everything you have with that person, and to the like, I'm already doing that, you know, like, I'm already sharing my bed with her, my room with her, you know, how my everyday schedule with her, a dog with her, you know. I keep looking back because he's doing something, but
yeah, but I think we're both,
I feel like we're already at that serious stage.
we're both,
you know?
pretty much in the same, like,
there's nothing left for me to think about.
we both basically have like the same mentality towards like
Unless you drop
relationships. I feel like we're very compatible just because we both like are on the same page of like seriousness, and we're both like moving towards the same goal. Yeah. Money-wise, who spends the most on dates and etc.?
Money-wise, who spends the most? We split everything.
We split everything, yeah. I mean, obviously there's times where he'll pay for everything, and then there's times where
you know?
there's times where I'll pay for everything. No, not special occasions. Like, sometimes we'll order food and you're just like, I got it. Or sometimes like I'll go out and get Chick-fil-A for us or something, and I'll be like, oh, don't worry, you know.
Yeah,
like,
but it's very rare for her to let me pick up the bill. Like,
yeah, I really don't like people paying for me.
Definitely agree with splitting checks, especially if you're in college.
Yeah, I mean, we're college students at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, we don't have full-time
we don't have
jobs,
we don't have like
the income as a college student is
we're not rolling in money.
Most flattering.
We do also have to spend money on like groceries every week.
I finished your tea and my tea.
We pay for our utilities. I have a car, so I'll pay for my gas and stuff. And you actually go, like, you split gas with me.
Yeah, like, because I don't have a car, so we pretty much just use her car.
We like share a car basically, so he'll like even pitch in for my gas sometimes, and yeah, like we have other things to like pay for. So when we do go on dates, like, we always split 50-50 most of the time. Yeah. Who does Midas like more? So for those of you who don't know, Midas is our dog. Our
Midas
puppy.
is he's asleep right now. I'd bring him to the camera, but
oh, he's not.
Here, hold up. You know, let's do this. Hey, boy. We're back.
Okay, who does he like more? I think that when we first got him, it was very clear that he liked me more.
I think it still is very clear. I don't know what she's talking about.
No, now I can't really tell, but I think when we first got him, it was really like clear that he liked me more, just because I was super like cuddly with him and always like giving him attention and stuff, and I just loved like carrying him. I got him really used to like being carried the first couple of weeks.
He didn't go down the stairs until he was
until recently.
Like 3 months old.
So I think that he was like really like, he really liked me just because I would baby him a lot. But now I feel like I can't really tell like who he likes more. What are some things you've learned from each other?
How to cook.
That's me.
Yeah, I know. That's why I looked at you.
I learned how to cook from you. I learned a lot of random facts from you. Not that I remember any of them right now, but I did learn them at the time. Because like when we first started dating, or even now, but like you used to do it more back then.
I still do, you just don't listen that much anymore.
You used to like spit like random like facts all the time. Like just like random things, like I don't know, we would be out. Remember that one time we were out in New York walking around Central Park and you saw that statue of something?
Balto!
Yeah, and you just started spitting like random facts about that.
If you haven't seen the movie Balto, go watch the movie Balto. It's about a sled dog.
But I feel like everywhere we go, we're just like, whenever I mention anything, you just like have some knowledge about like a little bit of everything. You know what I mean?
So know a little bit about everything.
Yeah, I like that about you
everything.
Because I feel like I learned from you a lot. I've learned, or I tried to learn accounting from you.
I wouldn't say tried, you passed, didn't you?
Okay, but I tried to learn calculus from you.
Okay, she tried.
I tried.
Yeah, she tried.
What else? I've definitely learned a lot from Chris, like relationship wise, like communicating better and stuff.
I've never had a relationship before.
Yeah. And I just feel like we've definitely like have helped each other grow a lot from the beginning. Like I feel like you've helped me grow a lot as a person. You know, like I feel like I've definitely matured a lot since the beginning.
So camera cut off again. And
obviously every, you know, like when we have arguments, like arguments are bound to happen in every relationship. If you're not having arguments, then
you're probably not doing it.
You're probably there's something wrong. So, but yeah, I feel like I'm thankful for every argument we've had because we've definitely grown like so much from every single one. You know, like
that was worded perfectly.
We learned from our past mistakes, and it has definitely steered us in a direction where we're just like heading in the right direction, basically. You know? Yeah,
I was wondering where you were going with it. What was the question?
The question was, what have you learned from each other? So what have you learned from me now?
Definitely how to manage my time better.
Yeah.
You know, cause so I'm heavy procrastinator. But I get my work done, and I usually do a great job at it. And I always used to tell myself I work better before a deadline. But the truth is, no one really does. I mean, maybe, I don't know if you're good under pressure, but like really, like there's not that much of a difference if you were to actually plan it out and do it. But yeah, I normally, before we lived together, I would kind of just
sleep.
I'd laze around the first half of the day until around right before 11:59 where I had to submit something. You know, but now, you know, it's a little bit better. She gives me a reason to wake up and do something in the middle of the day. So,
what are some pet peeves that we have about each other? So my first one is, like he just mentioned, timing. I like people to be on time. So if I say maybe here in 15 minutes, I like expect you to be there like 15 minutes on the dot. And if you show up in like 20 minutes, that bothers me. If you show up in like 25 minutes, that bothers me. And he does that a lot. So that's something that bothers me.
Yeah, I think I don't take the term literally. Okay, give me 5. I don't take that very literally. I take that as like give me a bit, you know. So when she takes that literal, you know, then we kind of butt heads about that.
Yeah. Also another thing that bothers me, like in terms of like living together, when he shaves over the sink and he like cleans up the hair, it never is like fully gone, and I always like find like hair residues on the sink, and it just bothers me.
It's kind of hard because I don't let it get too long, so it's really like really short hairs, and it's kind of hard to see all of them, you know. And then she'll pinpoint like 4 of them and be like, "Oh, clean this up." I'm like, "Oh, damn."
Another pet peeve I have is, well, actually I've gotten better with this, but it used to really bother me at first, like the towels. He would always leave them in the closet, so then when I went to go shower, there were like missing towels, and that always bothers me.
She'd come out and there wouldn't be any towels. She'd be like, "Christopher!"
Oh, and one more thing. Another pet peeve that's just like constant. You're chewing.
Oh yeah.
Like you smack so loud when you chew, just like, and eats with his mouth open.
Okay.
So I'm constantly telling him like,
but there is
Chris,
a reason for this.
Stop smacking. Like, Chris, you're so loud.
So
close your mouth.
In my family, and you actually haven't eaten with my family yet, so you'll learn this. You know what I mean? Especially if there's like a big plate of food in the middle of the table that we're all gonna share. The faster you eat it, the better, because it usually means the more food you get. You know, it's usually a battle between me and my dad. It's always been that way growing up. Especially if there was pizza. If there was pizza, there's no way it's there's no you get 4 slices, I get 4 slices. It's finish, go get one, finish, go get one. So at the end of the day, someone would have 7 and someone would have 3.
Your pet peeves about me.
I think a basic one would probably be when you wake me up. I don't like to be woken up, but the thing is, it's a good thing. So it's not necessarily a pet peeve. It's, if she left me, I'd probably sleep in at 3 p.m. every day. What's another thing? Can you think of anything that bothers me? We both went for the chin thinking.
Bother you when
I don't get bothered by a lot of things.
Does it bother you when I make you go downstairs to bring me a bowl from my Fruity Pebbles?
Yeah, actually, yeah, no, I take that back. Yeah, it's very bothersome, you know, because what's it called? She's become very reliant over me. I mean, on me, given these past few months. If the window's open a little bit too much and she's a little cold, Chris, can you go close the window? And you know, usually it's not just one window open, so like I'll be like on the verge of falling asleep, and then I'll get hit with 3 different tasks. Close the window, the fan's a little too high. I want some bowls for my Fruity Pebbles. I'll go get the bowl, come back up. Where's the spoon? Oh my bad. I was so tired, I forgot the spoon. So then I go get the spoon, you know, and then she's like, oh, where's the milk?
All right, this is another question I memorized. What are some of our favorite memories together?
Okay, so there's this one park that we go to a lot now, but we didn't really go to in the beginning of our relationship. And we were at a telly, and it wasn't. We were at a friend's party, and it wasn't doing too hot, and we just ended up leaving the party to go to this
lake.
Yeah, it was a lake. It was a lake, but it had like a really nice trail around it. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the first time we went together, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'd never seen it before.
I go there all the time. That was the first time I like brought you with me, and it was really fun.
And I remember we just walked and talked and played little games. You know, it was fun.
My favorite memory was our 1-year anniversary. So for our 1 year, we drove to the beach. So we live about an hour and a half from the beach now. And I had gotten us tickets for an aquarium. So we went to the aquarium that was in this beach town. And it was a really cool aquarium. You're really into, I really like to like visually see things. I'm just like, wow. And you're really into like reading like the facts about like every single like fish we passed by. So, I mean, I think we both like really enjoyed it in our own way. Like I really enjoyed being there with you, obviously. And I really enjoyed like seeing all the cool like exhibits they had. And you like to find new facts and stuff.
Because I feel like it's one thing to just see the animal, but then they got like you know, those little like cue cards right below the exhibit that has a picture in the top left corner, and then like facts about the animal. I mean, it's interesting, you know. And
then after that, what did we do? After that, we went to the beach. Oh, so
biking.
We had this plan. So we were gonna go to the aquarium, and then we were gonna go eat at the beach, and then we had a boat tour. Like it was a couple's sunset boat tour that we were looking forward to. And then while we were at the aquarium, I got a call from the people, and they told us that they had canceled because there was going to be thunderstorms that night.
Terrible time.
So I was so blown about that because I was really looking forward to that. But I mean, the day was still so nice. So then we ended up going to the beach, and then we ate lunch. It was like lunchtime. We had lunchtime at this one restaurant I really like at the beach, and then at night we rented out the 2-person bikes where you're like pedaling on each side.
So I feel like every beach.
Yeah, and then we biked across the boardwalk, and we were just talking and stuff, and that was really fun.
And yeah.
Alrighty, so that's it for today's video. Hopefully you got a little more insight as to like how our relationship goes, and like you got to know Chris a little more. So yeah, so don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Bye.